Well, hi there, Winning Ways show fans, and welcome to the preview for Greyville Polytrack Friday, the 1st of November. We're going to be chatting about Santa Anita as well because it's Breeders' Cup, and I've got a few mates there that tell me what's going on, so that should be of help. And we kick off tonight's racing at 16:25 with a barrier trial, and then the first race is off at 1700, 5 o'clock. On the poly, as you know, the track is standard. And there's some very, very nice horses racing this evening that we could easily go and do quite well with. So Polytrack up there with the pace, very important. Draw, extremely important, certainly over the 1400 and even the 1600. 12, 14, 1600. Drawn wide, you've got a big, big problem. So let's kick off with race one. Around the Horn looks like the right horse. It hasn't run here in the province. We don't know how good it is, but its form certainly good enough to be able to give this field something to think about. They're very moderate. Alphonse Baby is the horse that I think might be the big improver, and I certainly have an each way on that. To me, that's the right horse as far as having an each way is concerned in race one to get us off the mark. Race two, Maiden Plate. They go 1600 meters. And Hunt Solo is the favourite with Anton Marcus drawn 3. Not a bad barrier trial. Now goes on to the poly, which is always a concern, but it does have Marcus, and Marcus doesn't jump on them for nothing. Let's Blaze might be the big horse in the race. I really like the look of him, and I think he's got a huge chance. If Fever was better drawn, I would make him my first choice. So worth putting him into all your play. And Rock With Me, certainly worth including in bigger perms. Race 3, first leg of the pick 6, 1600 meter, merit rated 78. And High Green's a horse I like here. I think he's coming to form, well drawn at 1. I think the distance will suit him perfectly. Craig Zaki aboard him, lots to like about him. What are the dangers? Well, Hidden Influence, I think drawn 2 is a danger. Keegan DeMello gets to ride that. I think he'll run very, very well. The favourite Best Day of My Life has got very convincing form and seems well handicapped. So he's worth putting in. And Niklas, worth including in all your play. What a Blast has some form and he's certainly competitive as well. So first leg is quite difficult. Race 4. Maiden Plate, fillies and mares, 2,000 meters, and I think it's an absolute four-cornered contest. And I'm going from the top, Magic Mountain, third run after arrest. The blinkers are on this time, and it hasn't had them for like 4 runs. Excessive Grace, well, the blinkers are off this one, and I think that she'll run it really well. Miller seems to have turned the corner with this filly. She's run much better with him than she did with her previous yard, and I'd expect her to be very competitive. I've always thought this filly can run, and I had her formative years, so I know that she's got some ability. Silver Magic looks like the business. Keegan DeMello. And then I'm going to put in Lady Clementine as well. The stable's in top form. Gavin Funzel, Warren Kennedy. Don't leave them out of anything. Race 5. Merit rated 67 fillies and mares. They go 2,000 meters. 3-cornered contest. Everdeen, Gareth Wright, well drawn at 3. Chatty Cathy, third run after arrest. And Sherman Brown gets to ride it. And we looked for this ride. We thought this was a very good ride. And then Bold Beauty. I really like the look of this one. Drawn 1. Craig Zaki as well, again. Third run after arrest. Lady Caroline Lamb out of the maiden. I'm going to give her a miss until she shows. We did back her when she won the maiden. I'm going to wait and see. Race 6. Fillies and mares, 74,000 meters. And I'm going strongly with number 7, Yas. I think she's absolutely been teed up for this race. Drawn well, Anton Marcus aboard it. This is my bet of the day. What are the rest? Well, they're much of a muchness. She's a Crusade, Ginger Biscuit, Shake Storm. There are a whole lot of horses in here with a chance, Coyote Girl. But I'm going Yas. I think she's great value at 9-2 and certainly cover with the places. Race 7, merit rated 79, 1,200 meters. Mutawari's a horse I like here. Warren Kennedy will be able to come down the outside. It did win last time. I think it will win again. Fitzwilliam, the Joburg Raider from Dorisham Yard. Kamala rides. Got to have a big chance. Jardine, look for improvement from this one. It's come from Cape Town and it's got some ability. The 2 Leslies have got some sort of chance. Rocket Fire might be the find of the race. Drawn 1 with Zaki. Craig Zaki's got 3 horses. Drawn 1 on the night. I think they'll all run well. Race 8, merit rated 79, handicap 1400 meters, and this is quite difficult. Casera would be my first choice. Anton Marcus, a second run after a rest. He'll probably improve this horse. He ran a very nice race, wasn't given a particularly hard ride by Jason Gates. He was the right horse in the race. What are the rest? Pantsula, Peter Piper, and Land of Mystery are the others that I think worth putting in, and I think that you can get away with that lot. Right, let's go to Santa Anita Breeders' Cup. They tell me the race 1, number 5 Campaign, is the best bet on the card. He's odds on, but you'll probably be able to get Burgle a bit of even money, or 12 to 10 closer to the time, and I think that he should be able to win. And then the other one that we're going to go for is in the Breeders' Cup. I think it's race 8, Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies Turf. Go Each Way, Albinga. Albigna is the right filly in the Breeders' Cup Turf. If Shane Foley can give her a good ride, I think that she'll end up winning, and she's a nice price. She'll certainly get 5 to 1 or 6 to 1. Worth having an each way on her as well. We'll know more about the Breeders' Cup tomorrow, and we'll give you some more information for tomorrow's race meeting. After we've done Turfentine, we'll do the Breeders' Cup. From me, James Goodman, the Winning Ways Show team, please subscribe and get your mates to subscribe, and you certainly may share this video with anyone you think would be interested. Have a great Friday's racing.